Welcome to our exploration of Plato, a central figure in the history of Western philosophy. As a student of Socrates and the teacher of Aristotle, Plato's works cover a wide range of topics from politics to metaphysics. Let's break down the core themes and ideologies of his philosophy, his key works, and the influences that shaped his thinking. Let's begin with the core themes and ideologies of Plato's philosophy. First, the theory of forms. Imagine you have many different chairs in a room, a rocking chair, a dining chair, an office chair. Despite their differences, you recognize them all as chairs because you have an idea of what a chair is in your mind. Plato's theory of forms posits that the material world we perceive through our senses is only a shadow of the true reality, which consists of unchanging, perfect forms or ideas. These forms are the true essence of various objects and concepts. The physical world is constantly changing and imperfect, whereas the world of forms is eternal and perfect. Next, the allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners chained inside a dark cave from birth, facing a blank wall. They see shadows cast on the wall by objects behind them, which they believe to be the only reality. One prisoner is freed and discovers the outside world, realizing the shadows were mere reflections of true objects. The allegory of the cave illustrates Plato's view on human perception and enlightenment. The cave represents the deceptive world of appearances, while the outside world symbolizes the realm of forms and true knowledge. The journey out of the cave represents the philosopher's path from ignorance to enlightenment and understanding of the true nature of reality. Now let's explore the tripartite soul. Think of a charioteer driving a chariot pulled by two horses. One horse is well-behaved and disciplined, while the other is unruly and wild. The charioteer must skillfully manage both horses to keep the chariot on course. Plato described the soul as having three parts: the rational, the spirited, and the appetitive. The rational part seeks truth and wisdom, the spirited part seeks honor and courage, and the appetitive part seeks bodily pleasures and desires. A balanced soul, guided by reason, leads to a virtuous and harmonious life. Next, the ideal state. Imagine a team where each member has a specific role based on their skills and abilities, working together harmoniously towards a common goal. The leader is chosen not for popularity, but for their expertise and wisdom. In The Republic, Plato outlines his vision of an ideal state ruled by philosopher kings, who are wise and knowledgeable. He divides society into three classes: the rulers, philosophers; the guardians, warriors; and the producers, farmers, artisans, etc. Each class has its role and contributes to the overall harmony and functioning of the state. Justice, for Plato, is when each class performs its proper role without interfering with the others. Plato was profoundly influenced by Socrates. Think of a mentor who teaches through questioning, pushing you to think deeply and critically rather than giving you direct answers. Socrates' focus on ethics, virtue, and the examined life left a lasting impact on Plato's thought. Many of Plato's dialogues feature Socrates as the main character, employing the Socratic method to stimulate critical thinking and uncover underlying assumptions. Another major influence was Pythagoras. Imagine a mathematician who sees numbers and mathematical relationships as the underlying structure of everything in the universe. Pythagoras and his followers believed in the importance of numbers and mathematical relationships in understanding the cosmos. This influenced Plato's belief in a rational, ordered universe and the existence of abstract, unchanging truths that could be understood through reason and intellect. Plato also reconciled the opposing views of Heraclitus and Parmenides. Picture two scientists with opposing theories. One believes everything is constantly changing, like a river, while the other believes true reality is unchanging and permanent. Heraclitus argued that everything is in a state of flux, while Parmenides maintained that true reality is unchanging. Plato reconciled these views through his theory of forms. The material world is in constant change, Heraclitus, but the world of forms is eternal and unchanging, Parmenides. Now let's briefly look at some key works of Plato. The Republic explores justice, the ideal state, and the philosopher king. Phaedo discusses the immortality of the soul and the theory of forms. Symposium explores the nature of love through a series of speeches. Timaeus presents a cosmological account of the universe. Meno investigates whether virtue can be taught and introduces the theory of recollection. To ensure a comprehensive understanding of Plato's philosophy, let's gauge your familiarity with some foundational concepts. Socratic philosophy, understanding Socrates' methods and ethical focus. Basic principles of metaphysics, key ideas such as the nature of reality and existence. Political philosophy, concepts related to governance, justice, and the role of the state. Epistemology, the study of knowledge, its nature, and how we acquire it. Plato's teachings continue to influence philosophical thought and inspire us to seek truth, justice, and wisdom. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the core themes and ideologies of Plato.